All right, guys, welcome back to this series. We are doing season 2 of The Church Has Left the Building. We just did part 1 of season 2, so if you've not watched it, please go back and watch part 1. In that part 1, we talked about how the church can take over the city, because the city is the epicenter of life in any nation. So please go back and check out that nugget. Today, we continue with this conversation, and I would like to extend this discussion to the next area that the church must begin to find expression. The next area that the church must begin to find influence. So we talked about the city in part 1. The second place where the church must begin to find influence is the philosophies and the ideas of life. I want to remind us that everything in life begins with an idea. Everything in life is created twice. Everything is created twice, because this chair that I'm sitting on was once an idea in someone's mind. The clothes that I'm wearing, the camera that we have today, everything that you can see and touch was an idea first in the mind of the creator before it found its expression in the physical. So ideas are powerful because ideas give birth to perspectives, perspectives give birth to cultures, and cultures give birth to civilizations. That's a very important equation. Ideas give birth to perspectives, perspectives give birth to cultures, cultures give birth to civilization. So if you want to begin to influence your civilization, you must begin not from the culture, not from the perspectives that dominate the people in that area, but from the angle of ideas. Because everything in life begins as an idea. As a church, we have the ideas of kingdom principles. So we must begin now to effectively integrate into the spaces of life, going into the media industry, going into the agricultural sector, going into the business sector and finance and all these mountains of society, and begin to introduce ideas which are kingdom principles. Because ideas is one of the most powerful ways by which you can dominate people. The reason why Hitler in Germany was able to kickstart the genocide against the Jews is because he began to engraft the idea of violence in the people's minds. So the war did not start when they went out in combat. In actual sense, the war started when the idea of coming against the Jews began. Ideas are powerful. Everything in life is ruled by ideas. Do you know that even when someone dies, his ideas continue to rule? There are so many authors who have departed, but we still continue to read their books, their ideas. There are institutions that have been built by people who are no longer here in life, because those are ideas in their minds. Ideas are powerful. And so in part 1, we talked about the church taking over the city. But in this part 2, we are saying that we must begin to introduce kingdom principles as the absolute and as the only way by which we can be able to dominate this cosmos. So when you sit in that boardroom, your responsibility is to introduce the principles of the kingdom, the ideas of love, the ideas of peace, the ideas of justice, the ideas of reconciliation. Ideas are powerful. And so we must now begin to move away from the building, because the building is all about programming. The building is all about the preservation of your programs. But life integration, by introducing new ideas, is kingdom advancement. So we are moving from preservation to kingdom advancement. This is how we dominate, by the church leaving the building. So go forth now and begin to ask, what are the ideas that I can introduce in the domain that the Lord has given me? As a mom, as a father, around that dinner table with your children, what ideas can I begin to infiltrate upon my children? When you're going out for that date, you're meeting out with that person that you care about. What ideas are coming out of your heart into this person? Ideas are powerful. This is how the church leaves the building to find expression in the minds of people. Thank you for watching. Again, it's always an honor to have this conversation with you. We'll see you in the next part. God bless you. Amen.